We've heard some really harrowing stories of how families become very isolated. Carers say to us that as the dementia's developed, they've become very insular and they've stopped going out. So one of the things that the Alliance in Hadleigh did was create a Stay Active and Connected programme which signposts people living with dementia to 15 different activities that take place each week that are dementia friendly. So whether it's the lunch club, whether it's a Together Tuesday session, or whether it's going to a reading in the library, all of those things means that there's someone there that understands what you're living with and the environment you're in. And actually, sometimes you just want to talk to someone that gets it, while your loved one is having a conversation with someone else that maybe isn't connected to your family. Memory loss doesn't have to be linked to dementia, and that's really important to understand. And when someone starts showing signs of memory loss, people sometimes panic and worry, and the first thing they should do is go to their GP and ask the questions, because there's some simple testing they do in the surgeries these days that can actually either allay their fears or get them through into a proper assessment. Dementia is still very frightening to people, and the whole piece of work around dementia-friendly communities and action alliances was to provide greater understanding and support in our communities. So by having a little bit of knowledge around dementia, it can help families cope with those first steps. The best thing to do is, if you're noticing that your loved one, his behaviour is changing and there are you're starting to question whether that's normal ageing or whether that's behaviour that may be linked to dementia, is to reassure them that actually, if we go and ask the advice and get the assessment early, there are treatments that can actually support some dementias in not getting worse. It feels to me personally that dementia is where cancer was 30 years ago, and we didn't mention the C word. The whole dementia-friendly movement is trying to bring dementia into the forefront of people's conversations, so we're not afraid to talk about it. And actually, by understanding the type of dementia that you're developing, if that is the case, the right support can be put in place, and that's really important. So it's trying to reassure the person that if it is what you're dealing with, it's easier to manage. Again, if you compare it to cancer, if you're diagnosed early, it's treatable. Dementia, there's treatments that can help at this stage. There's not a cure, but hopefully with ongoing research that will come.